Yeah, and very unusual. It's a kind of story, obviously, we would have covered anyway, given that 5 people have been killed and another 2 people critically injured in what is now being described as a terrorist attack by authorities in Norway. But the fact that a bow and arrow was used as the prime implement, the prime weapon in this attack, makes it all that more unusual, and it's grabbed headlines, of course, as a consequence. Now, this man, 37-year-old Espen Andersen Brathen, was a Muslim convert. He is Danish, to a Danish mother and Norwegian father. There were signs that he had been radicalising. Back in 2020, he was approached and investigated by the police for signs of radicalisation, so some real concerns that he was heading on a path perhaps towards violent extremism there. But what the police and the security services in Norway, just like in every other country that has an issue that is grappling with around extremism, have to do is to calculate those that they can afford to invest their finite resources in. And I mean, if you take the UK, for example, there are some 3,000 individuals who are off a level in terms of the concern that they pose, the potential for being involved in violent extremism, that they are monitored from time to time by the police and security services. But obviously, with 3,000 individuals, they can't be monitored around the clock, and they have to make calculations. And sometimes they're right. Most of the time, thankfully, they're right. Occasionally, people slip through the net. Now, it may well be that this individual demanded closer scrutiny as he was increasingly radical, and that will come out, of course, in time. But what is also difficult are these low in sophistication type attacks, knife attacks, attacks using a bow and arrow. Clearly, they don't require any preparation or planning, and he clearly had a bow and arrow anyway. He was obviously expert in its use to manage to kill people. He had a knife as well. We're told that he stabbed at least one person as well. People, especially with the knife attacks, they can go into the kitchen drawer, take a knife out, launch an attack in no time at all. It is extremely difficult for the authorities to proactively keep tabs on individuals like that and intervene quickly enough to make a difference.
Mark, thank you so much for coming on and giving us that update. Gruesome news there from Norway. Now, the autumn budget is around the corner.